Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. And we are underway from Houston. And no run back on the opening kickoff. Will come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. They'll set up a throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Looking to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to fourth down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They bring their punter out there now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year. That's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Got some room at the 30. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective numbers.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
2nd and 4. And Graham on the grab. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Armadillos have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
To throw on 2nd down, Edmonds. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up. He gave them exactly what they needed.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The numbers for him from a week ago, 13 carries, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. Hey, he's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To throw on 3rd down, Edmonds. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Edmonds. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Houston set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now back to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Throw left side complete. That's Harrington. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's long. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's long. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Armadillos are able to add on to that lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Looking to throw. Edmonds. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw. Edmonds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
On first down, French. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on first down. It's French. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
51 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's long. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Armadillos are able to widen their advantage.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On 1st down, Rose. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Rose. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. On 1st down, Edmonds. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
On now is the Packers punter, standing just about on his own goal line. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. And Graham's got it, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't it? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw here. The connection made. It's Graham. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific first half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
On 1st and 10, Edmonds. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 3rd down, Rose slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. The Chiefs locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we fly east to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. The Eagles trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Quarterback Justin Fields with 3 touchdown passes. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for our home team, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On third down, Edmonds hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll set up a throw. That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Armadillos take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside, who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. For the moment, they're on top of their division, projected to host a wild-card game in the first weekend, but nothing is set in stone. There's a lot of shuffling that can still go on here. They haven't even clinched a playoff berth.
A lot goes into that one word you use, doesn't it? But. You're exactly right, because nothing's clinched. So that means another win is necessary, being able to play to the best of their abilities, because they can go from where they are right now to right out of the playoff race. If things go in the wrong direction for them, they've got to take care of business. You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rose. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Rose, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they said? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side. Rose. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 86 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Throwing on 1st down. Edmonds. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it with Jackson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Edmonds. And the ball is knocked out. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's French. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll make it second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
They'll drop to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. And his pass incomplete.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time. Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Graham. A gain of 6 there on first.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll look to throw again. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's long. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They like going throwing to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Armadillos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
To throw on 2nd down, Edmonds. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. On 1st down, it's Rose, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rose, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Edmonds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run the counter. It's Rose. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. French. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's French. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Led the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Edmonds. He finds his man. Complete. That's Rose. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Edmonds. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
But Houston's offense taking over again.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On 3rd down, French uses the stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, it's French. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
They'll run on first down. French, and he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's French. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's French. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
And they'll run again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get out the quarterback that you may not have seen on film. All that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys at positions that show that the speed's going to be quicker. But until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Packers.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Edmonds. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now out comes Houston.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
On 1st down, it's French. And he's taken down inside the 30. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year.